Hi, I'm David Risk, Development Services Director for the City of Hayward. I'd like to welcome you to the first installation of what will become a quarterly video update for the development community. Each quarter, we'll take you behind the scenes in the planning and building permitting process to show you how projects get off the ground. We'll also bring you into the field with our inspectors to show you what the inspection process looks like and to have our inspectors show you what they're looking for when they review a project in the field. Finally, we'll have a segment each quarter that focuses on one major topic of importance for the development community. Whether it's a new downtown specific plan like the one we just started, a major retail site, or a major opportunity site, we'll be sitting down with the players and discussing the issues that could affect you. Thank you for joining us.
My name is John Moore. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Realty. What brought me into the City of Hayward Planning Department is that I was doing some research on some lots and lands that a client wants to sell and put on the market. Actually, Hayward's got a pretty streamlined system. I was like coming in here, I'm in and out, 10, 15 minutes. They got all the information I need on hand. It's very time efficient and friendly. Everybody's friendly here.
Debbie McDermott. I am a professional permit expediter. My company is Permits to Go, and today I came in to submit for a brand new building in Hayward. I've been submitting permits here for 25 years. I just think that the people who have been working here for a long time are professional. The system gets better every year. From 25 years ago to now, it's user-friendly.
My name is Rick Akers, and I'm doing a small TI, an office enlargement. I'm almost done with my permits. I'm about to get a final.
I'm Steve Osborne. I'm the Permit Center Supervisor and Plan Check Supervisor. I'm here with our permit techs and Keith Silva, Building Inspector. We're at the Myrtle and B Street track. This is Apricot Lanes. We're doing a cross-educational training showing our frontline staff what actually goes on in the field. Our permit techs issue the permits and screen for construction submittals, and we're out here actually seeing what happens when it goes live.
Hello, I'm Keith Silva with the City of Hayward Building Inspections Department. We were basically going over the construction elements, discussing what roof nailing, shear nailing, different aspects of framing construction looks like, and what some of the things that as building inspectors we actually look for relative to the plan design. If anyone's interested in additional information, you can certainly contact the City of Hayward Building Department online at www.hayward-ca.gov.
Hi, I'm Frank Holland, Public Information Officer for the City of Hayward. I'm here today discussing the downtown specific plan with Sarah Bowser, Planning Manager for the city, Senior Planner Damon Golubix, and Transportation Manager Fred Kelly. So, to get started, a lot of people are going to want to know what exactly is a downtown specific plan? Why do we need one?
Well, we need a downtown plan because most of the plans that cover the downtown area of Hayward are nearly 20 years old, and it's important to sort of look at that and build on the efforts that we had in the general plan. There were some specific goals and policies and an overall vision for the future of downtown with focuses on some entertainment uses and better connectivity in and around downtown, and so it's important to sort of build on those efforts and create a newer plan to feed development for the downtown part of Hayward.
You know, something I think a lot of people might not be clear on is what is the downtown? What are the parameters that you guys are going to be looking at geographically?
It used to be a very small area, what we call the core area of downtown. It was kind of the B Street, what we would traditionally see as the downtown. It has expanded under our priority development area up to, again, to Hazel, where the Mervyn site is, down to I want to say the church, the Catholic church to the east, and then to the west, the BART station, and a few areas or blocks beyond that, the BART station area. It's a rather large amoeba type shape, and it's hard to kind of pin down what that area is, but it's a rather large area that we consider downtown that would either be what we traditionally saw as the old-fashioned downtown, or some areas that we would feed to it, like city center and also the Mervyn site.
So that's interesting. You said plans, plural. So how many plans are there currently that cover the downtown?
There are 6 different plans, some of them almost 20 years old, that govern the downtown area. So it's time to modernize and get those documents, the good parts of those documents, consolidated into one good document and reflect some of the, the current trends in planning that are today for connectivity to our BART station, looking at better pedestrian and bicycle amenities possibly for downtown. There's all kinds of things. The plan will unfold, and there'll be much more than what I just mentioned here that will be part of the plan. And again, we're looking for active participation from the community to tell us what they want to see in this plan to make it a great workable plan that we all can live with for future, hopefully 20 years or so.
And not to make it more complicated, but we have ongoing from a transportation standpoint, studies that are either started or will kick off in the very near future, such as the transit shuttle connectivity study that will look at connecting the industrial areas and other areas to BART. The downtown parking study that will look at parking strategies and pricing strategies, the complete street implementation plan, BART access study, and other studies that will be brought into the umbrella or under the umbrella of the downtown specific plan.
I mean, that sounds like an enormous amount of work, bringing all these different threads together. How does this get started?
Well, I mean, it started with an RFP to solicit consultants to do the plan. And again, in that RFP, there's all the things that they would bring to the table as part of the plan. It is a great undertaking. It's almost going to be as long as the general plan process. It's going to be a 22-month process where, again, we're going to have extensive public outreach where we'll have folks that will come to the table and tell us what they'd like to see downtown. And it'll be through the forum of, there will be a website component to it if people don't want to come to meetings, but there will be charrettes, workshops, and formal meetings, both with the Planning Commission through the process and also with the City Council. We also have a task force that we're assembling with various community members and their interest, whether it's commercial property owners, business owners, you name it, they're going to come to the table and tell us what they'd like to see.
Let's dive into that a little bit more. This task force, what does that involve? If somebody's going to serve on it, what should they expect, and how is their input going to be received?
Well, we're looking to create a task force of about 15 to 18 members that will provide feedback on key elements throughout that general plan, or downtown specific plan process. So we'll have a series of meetings. I think we're looking at about half a dozen to about 7-8 meetings that we would actually encourage them to attend, participate, provide us input, let us know what they think should be included in the plan, the elements that we should focus on, and then also serve as, I think, some additional outreach to the community. So to take some of those ideas and bring them back into the community and let the rest of the greater Hayward community know sort of what's going on with the update to the downtown plan.
So they're almost like ambassadors back to the community.
Definitely.
On what's going on.
And
Definitely.
they'll be doing a lot of heavy lifting when we have draft documents that encapsulates some things from the meetings. They will be looking at those and say, well, this makes sense for the downtown, this doesn't. So they're going to have homework assignments, and they're going to do a lot of kind of analysis and give feedback to the consultant team and staff to move the plan forward.
And in addition to the task force, there will be other collaborative members such as BART and AC Transit who have a stake in downtown and mobility and access, and they'll be brought to the table also.
Talk about how this relates to the general plan. If you have an overarching document that governs development and a number of things throughout the city, how does the specific plan fit into that?
Well, it's a similar sort of process or plan, but rather than being general and covering everything in the city, it is specific to a geographical area in the city, and in this particular case, downtown Hayward. So it will cover similar ideas, but you get into a little more of the details and the specificity of what we actually want to see within that small geographical location of downtown Hayward.
Got it.
It's almost a mini general plan, if you will. It will look at connectivity, it will look at infrastructure, it will look at all kinds of things.
Land use,
all kinds of issues that we see making downtown a safe, walkable, enjoyable environment, building upon the successes we already have downtown as far as some of the newer projects that have gone in. Again, we're looking to kind of make this a destination. It's a main node within town. We have other nodes in town, but this is our hub. That's why we have City Hall and some of the other signature buildings. And we also have some other projects that are moving forward, even on a parallel path, which would be Mervyn's and possibly City Center. So again, we'll be planning those, but not in the in-depth detail like we will be looking at some of the other key sites, opportunity sites within the downtown plan area.
So is this kind of planning common?
Many of the Bay Area cities and jurisdictions have a town plan, and it depends on their focus of what they're trying to study. For instance, ours is a connectivity study where we're looking at AC Transit and BART and how that can kind of better make use of the downtown. Ones that come to mind, I think there's North Bay is Windsor. They've done a recent town plan. Some of the transit stations like probably the new San Jose BART station, I think Deirdre Station is one of the planning efforts that are underway. Milpitas, Lake Merritt, Livermore. Again, anything close to some sort of BART or transit hub is similar to what we're doing as far as a specific plan connecting downtown to transit amenities.
How is this plan being paid for?
95% of the funding is coming from a grant through the Alameda County Transportation Commission, and the other 5% is coming from money from the City of Hayward. So it's almost $1 million in and around that number that will be used for the entire specific plan effort.
Talk a little bit about how this plan is going to be executed going forward once it's adopted.
It's not going to sit on the shelf, I can tell you that. It's going to be a dynamic plan where our planners and employees here at the City of Hayward, within the permit center, when somebody walks through the door, they're going to pull out that plan for some sort of proposed project, or maybe somebody's thinking about a project, to kind of see how that plan can help facilitate and move that idea forward, whether it's from a private landowner or a developer coming in to see what he can put together and assemble to make this plan happen. It's not going to be a static plan. It's going to be a dynamic plan where we're going to be referencing it all the time in our day-to-day dealings with customers and clients.
From an infrastructure standpoint, this is going to be our roadmap, pardon the pun, but it's going to help develop and guide what we do in the downtown as far as improving infrastructure, improving mobility. So this is going to be our roadmap and where we go in the direction that we go.
So as I understand it, the plan encompasses a number of opportunity sites, or will identify some of these opportunity sites within the downtown. Can you tell us a little bit about what those are, or what they might be, and how it might affect the future development on those parcels?
The plan calls for looking at 3 opportunity sites within the plan area. The target is kind of moving for our 3 sites. We're looking at the surplus BART site over by the Hayward BART station. There's another half a block of A Street between Mission and Foothill, and another site was the Bryman College site. I'd say it's a moving target because some of these are coming. The landowners are coming to the table with their own development plans that may be kind of running on a parallel path with our downtown specific plan effort. So what I just told you, what I think are the 3 sites may change. There's an optional site near Fire Station 1, not including the fire station, but around it, that we are also thinking as an opportunity site. And again, we may come up with a few other ones that, based on public input and community outreach, there could be the list that I gave you is changing or moving.
So Fred, talk to me a little bit about transportation. That's probably the other key element that people are very interested in this plan.
One of the things that we have to do, and this is always a delicate balance, is to look at not only the tremendous amount of regional traffic that we have going through a downtown and balancing that against the local traffic and our local traffic needs, the local circulation. So it's always difficult to balance the two between regional needs and local needs. But as you said, Frank, we want to look at this in the context of a multimodal environment. How can we improve pedestrian access? How can we improve transit access? How can we improve connectivity to transit? And how can we also, again, continue to provide access throughout the downtown for vehicles? So when you and bicycles also. So when you put all those components into the mix, we have to come up with strategies to optimize all 3 to 4 to 5 different modes throughout the downtown, looking at circulation in the downtown, such as on B Street and C Street, and perhaps wondering if B and C could be converted to two-way circulation, and to see what that does through the overall circulation pattern in downtown. So it's an exciting time. A lot of different components that we're looking at, and can't wait to get started.
So on a practical level, what does that look like though? Would the plan actually make recommendations about converting say a one-way street to a two-way street, or new bike lanes and those types of things?
Absolutely. And what we have to do is look at it in the context of what works within the downtown area, but how that impacts the whole citywide from a circulation standpoint. Because while it may be good for a specific area in the downtown targeted area, it may negatively impact circulation patterns outside of downtown. So we have to take that all into consideration, but absolutely, we're definitely looking at those types of things.
What are the types of things you guys are hearing already about what people want to see?
I've heard that, people really want to realize the vision that they had and the guiding principles for the development of the plan that came out of the general plan. So I think they're looking for more entertainment uses, more opportunities for shopping, more opportunities for family-friendly entertainment. They want to be able to come to downtown. So I think they're looking to sort of create a hub for our downtown for those entertainment and social activities. And I think that's what I've been hearing. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more as we continue with our outreach for the process.
Right.
Most folks think that we've taken initial steps to make things better downtown. We're going to build upon that, and that's what this plan is being drafted to do, to take it to the next level. Connect with the college, get some college town culture, arts and entertainment. We're missing those key elements, and we want to bring those into downtown, and again make this a destination, so people don't have to go to Oakland or San Francisco or San Jose for their entertainment or restaurant needs. They can come right here to downtown Hayward.
And of course, multimodal access. We've talked about it before. Connectivity. We have a shuttle study that's underway right now. How do we connect downtown BART stations with some areas, employment areas outside of the downtown, such as the industrial areas, Cal State Hayward, and other residential areas with high density. Also, parking is an issue that we're dealing with now. Those are all going to be covered in the downtown specific plan.
So we're actually really lucky in that you guys have done all of this type of outreach just a year ago with the general plan. So what should people expect to see if they come to one of these meetings to provide some input? What's that experience going to be like?
Well, there'll be different venues where they can put in their 2 cents as far as the downtown specific plan. There will be, again, formal meetings with both the Planning Commission and City Council through the process. But backing up a couple steps is there'll be workshops and charrettes, whereas it'll be a more informal kind of setting where, there'll be our consultant team and staff around various tables and wanting you to comment maybe on the traffic table, or, what do you think about pedestrian mobility downtown? What do you think of, access to entertainment or restaurants? So we'll make them both formal and informal depending on where we are in the process. So folks can kind of come into whatever venue they want and put forth what their ideas should be for the downtown specific plan.
I would just add that there will be other opportunities that are outside of these formal meetings. I mean, our intention is to have a website, and folks will be able to provide their input to the city and our consultant team in that way. That way, if they're not able to physically come out to one of the charrettes or the workshops or a formal meeting with the Planning Commission or the City Council, there'll still be other opportunities for them to provide feedback to the city as we move forward.
And since this is the City of Hayward and we provide extremely high levels of customer service, they can come and see me and talk to me personally and have one-on-ones, and I'd be more than happy to see what they want to do. If they can't meet these meeting times, I'd be more than happy to meet with our customers, clients, and residents in the community.
All right, you heard that right here. Damon will meet with you personally. What about businesses? How are you going to engage the business community? I mean, a thriving business community tends to equal a thriving downtown. You have pedestrians, you have a lot of activity. So how's that going to work?
In the front end, we've contacted the Chamber of Commerce and had presentations to some of their groups, and also talked to their the president. And we're starting a dialogue, actually opening up kind of a two-way dialogue with those folks to kind of come in at any time. It's a key and important part of the downtown specific plan project success. So that's something we're working on. We're encouraging them to bring in input to what they want to see in the plan, and it's going to get better. It's in its infant stages right now, but we are working on better communication and getting them involved from the task force to the various meetings that we will have.
So we saw last year a very high-profile project at the former Mervyn's headquarters site that made it all the way to the City Council before it was voted down. Now, I think people in the development community would want to know, how is this plan going to help ameliorate some of those types of issues?
The goal in the plan of this project is to get certainty to the development community on what we want to see within the plan area, and Mervyn's was in that plan area. So we're going to take bold steps to make sure that this is a simplistic, understandable plan, and that when somebody wants to do something on a piece of property within the study area, the plan area, they know exactly what the process is and what the regulations will be to move the project forward. That's the goal. That's what we've given the marching orders to our consultant team, and that's what staff expects out of the process. Now, there is actually a brand new zoning code component to this project. Again, and our marching orders to the consultant team is to get specific regulations in place so that when somebody comes in for a site within the downtown plan area, they know exactly what process they're going through and what the development regulations will be for a particular site. So again, one of our huge tasks in this is to bring specificity and concrete regulations to the downtown area and how people can move forward with projects. Again, to fulfill the greater goal in the general plan of making it a destination retail, shopping, entertainment place with restaurants and music and other facilities downtown. That again, we already have that going on, but taking it to the next level.
Right. So ultimately, for developers, having that certainty and predictability means that they can get farther along in the process, feeling comfortable that they'll be able to take it to a final conclusion.
Correct. That's one of our main goals that we're going to try to achieve as part of this project.
So if people want to get involved in this process, they want to put their stamp on downtown, provide their input, what do they need to do? Who do they need to call?
Keep in contact with the planning department, me in particular, Damon Galubik, senior planner down here at City Hall, 777 B Street. We will be more than happy to get you engaged and involved. And also, you can contact me to know when task force meetings are. Those are going to be public. We will also have Planning Commission, City Council, and again, as mentioned before, workshops, charrettes, and other meeting venues that people can participate in, including our website, if people don't want to go to a meeting, to do it that way electronically. So we're really excited about this project, and we really want people to be engaged and come in and tell us what they want downtown.
So what's the most important thing you guys need to make this effective?
We need to hear from our residents and business owners and those that do things in downtown, what they want to see. We want that conveyed and brought to us so we can put it in the plan and make it a successful downtown area for our residents.
Right, so I want to thank all you guys for sitting down with me today and talking to us a little bit about the downtown specific plan and telling us what to expect. We've been here today with Sarah Bowser, planning manager for the city, Damon Galubik, senior planner who's managing the downtown specific plan effort, and Fred Kelly, our transportation manager. Thanks for joining us.